It's Subhadra from Yoga Angels International, and once again we are here, and I'm happy. Are you happy? Anyway, today we're focusing on the lower extremities of the body, the hip, the groins, the hamstrings, all of those lower ends, the knees, the ankles. And so I'm going to have you flow for sun salutation B, and then we go down to the floor. Ready? Step to the front of your mat. Mountain. Place the feet together, press your feet down, spread your toes. Squeeze your shins in, your outer hips, your outer legs to the midline. Stiffen your arms, stretch them down. Lift your spine and neck and look straight ahead. This is mountain. Inhale, arms up, upward hands. Shoulders are down. And breathe through your nose, in and out. Press your toes. Inhale, step your feet, hip distance, sit your hips down and push back. The weight or digging into the heels, and then place your toes, wrap in the tailbone under, sit a little deeper, please. Excellent. Take a deep inhale. You're tilting the pelvis back, pulling the torso forward and down. Uttanasana. Drop your head. Straighten the legs, straighten the arms. Inhale, flat back. Push the feet down. Drag the chest forward. I did not have my blocks here, so I'm using the floor with my fingertips. Maybe your hands are on your shins. Find what's right. Shoulders back, away from the ears. Bend your knees. Place your hands wide as your shoulders. We're going to try a jump. You can pull your belly in and jump into chaturanga. Now, if you don't know what that is, you can also step, and this is chaturanga, going to upward dog, right? So instead, I want you to jump and then upward dog and downward dog. Hands are pushing down to the floor. Legs are straight. Arms are straight. Head is drop. Take 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Tippy toes. Rise up onto the toes. Take the right leg up. Once they're up, bend your knees and draw the knees up to the ceiling. Pulling through the quadricep. Stay up onto the toe. Point the toes. And turn the belly down. Pull the knee towards your face. Face the knee. Place the feet. This front hip, I want you to sit the outer hip down and bend the back knee. Place it on the floor. Sink the hip, and the more you sink the hip, press your feet, making the hip socket lower than the knee. Keep pushing and turn your left leg inward and go again. Sink the hip down. And sinking, you open the hip socket. Place your hands down. Place your forearm on the floor. If that doesn't happen, place your hands. You can also raise the floor by placing, I show you with my blocks. You will place the block or anything you may have under your forearm. But sink the hip down. It's all about that hip dropping. Take a deep breath and drop your head. Roll over towards your left thigh. Keep it straight. Make sure you're breathing, and then keep the thigh rolled in. Sink that front hip some more. Take up your hands. Place them. Walk the foot in. And curl the back toes. Stiffen the back leg. And step into a plank. Now you're going into chaturanga. Elbows squeeze the waist. Belly up. Upward dog. Slide forward and up. Press your hands down. Lift the spine up. Curl your toes. Pull up your tummy. Push the hands down. Straighten your legs. Breathe in your nose. Out your nose. See that your upper outer arms are not turning out, but instead wrapped into the ears. Press thumb and index. Drop your head. Take up the left leg. First you're on the toes. And the left leg go up. Stay up on that right toes. Curling the foot. Bend the knee. Point the toe.
And the left knee rise to the ceiling. Breathe in. My arms are still straightening. Turning the belly to the floor. Lift it up. Walk the foot. Place it between the hands. Place the back knee. That's your right knee. Push it down. And remember, it is about that left hip sinking into the floor. Sink the left hip. It should be lower than the knee. Good job. Take a deep breath. Reach now forward. And as you reach forward, place. Some of you may find you have to walk the foot over to the left, by the way. Welcome to do that. And drop the forearm down. You may need a lift. That's fine. Any way you need to, but drop and feel the fire in your hip open. Stretch the back leg. And roll over to that right side. Juicy stuff there. Breathe through your nose. Sink that left hip. Roll back. Bring your hands up. Place them down. Curl your toes. Pick up the leg. You're now on all fours. Lift up the belly. Straighten the legs. Push your heels towards the floor. Tip your toes. Right leg up. Bend the knee. Push the tail in. Straighten the arms. Push the heel down. Breathe. Wrap the knee again. Pull it forward. Place it forward. Beginner, you can put your knees on the floor. We're that newly open, if you haven't seen it yet. Do the shoulder openers and open the chest. Now, if you can straighten the back leg and open the chest. Anchor the feet. Unravel. Knee to floor. Pick up the foot. All fours. Bring the other foot. Take the arm, left arm. Wrap it under. You make your grab. Anchor the left foot. Straighten the back leg. Pull in your tummy, and like I said, it's not as easy as it looks. Open the chest. Place the back foot, place the hand, and draw the knee back. You're on all fours. Downward dog. Drop the spine and head, and release. Breathe in. Let go. Release all the tension. Just straighten the legs and straighten the arms and press the feet. Press the hands. Breathe. From here, you lift up onto your toes. Pike up through the pelvis. Hop. Up and forward. Drop your head. Inhale. Flat back. Belly in. Step your right foot behind you. And as you do so, keep the hands. You always are welcome to use blocks. My hands can touch the floor, so it doesn't bother me. You use your props with your hands. They could be up here. Look down on the floor. From Warrior 3, with the hands on the floor, keep the foot pressing. Take out the hands to the side and breathe. Squeeze the hips together. Bring the arms by your ears. Bring it down to half moon. This bottom arm here, your left arm, and you place it on the ground underneath the shoulder, opening up the pelvis. Turning the belly, pressing the big toe on the standing foot. Breathe in. It takes a while to develop. So you fall in and fall out. Come back and do it again. Turn the belly to the floor. Place the hand down. Hook the hips together. And gently release that right foot down to the ground. Are you breathing? Drop your head towards the floor. This is your resting pose. Uttanasana, standing forward bend. Take 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Prepare for warrior 3 now. Bring your hands forward under your shoulders. Press down with the right foot. Lift up with the left. Stick it back. Notice my tummy turn to face the floor. Dig into that right foot, inner edge, heel, outer foot. Hands under the shoulders. Tummy turn. Hips squeeze. Eyes are steady on the floor. Lift the arms, fly, and bring them forward. Warrior 3. Inhale. Exhale. Hold the pose. Come in and out as you need to. We're turning for from warrior 3 to half moon. Take deep breaths, and if you fall in and out, it's natural. Just come back and try from the top again. Pressing down through the foot, stretching apart with the arms, stiffening the back leg, stiffening the front leg, opening the pelvis. Turn the belly to the floor, drop the hand back down, bring the foot to the floor. Back to your standing forward bend. Drop your head. Breathe in through your nose. As you're opening the hips of the body, rotating it inward and outward, sink that hip down and know that the more we can open our hips, the more the knees and the ankles will be strengthened and the ligaments will also open. Bring the weight on the inner edge of your feet. You're in a full squat. Malasana. One of the best poses for releasing your back, your lumbar, your lower back, that is. Breathe. Take a deep breath. Rock forward onto your toes. Walk your hands in. And see if you can sit upright on the ball of your feet. Keep the hips down. And find this balance, opening your knees, staying on the ball of the toes, and find your dristi. Try to make sure you're looking forward. Notice how when I rock back and forth, I rebalance, renegotiate, rebalance myself. I am turning my feet so that my heels face each other. Try to do that as well. Push your tailbone forward. Find the rock back and forth from your center, but find out where do you need. You can also put your hands on the floor. You can use your blocks. My other one is too far to get now, but here. But try to see, can I turn myself on the ball of my feet and balance there? Your hips should be dropping. Keep your eyes steady. Not easy. Burns like fire. And gently, hands on floor. Turn the feet forward. Sit the heels down. You're back to full malasana. Drop your head. Breathe in and out your nose. Rock forward onto your knees and slide your right leg back as you move your left knee out. Pigeon pose. This back leg is literally rotating inward as it moves away from the front foot. That internal rotation, getting the hip socket
again, here to open. This outer hip, there's an internal rotation on that front leg, making sure that the outer hip is digging down. Forearms again are back on the floor, and this back thigh is going to lift that front thigh, that's your left, and pull it back. This hip pulls back and it feels fiery, but let it happen and open the back of the pelvis by rotating your right leg, your back leg in, and breathe. Pigeon pose is such a wonderful pose for opening the lower body. It takes away the pain, but you got to walk through it first. So stay in it as long as you can, letting that front hip, your left hip, pull back and out, and the back leg pull back and roll in. Flex your front heel. Another few seconds here. I haven't forgotten. As you repose yourself, just keep breathing. And now to come out. Curl your right toes, the back leg, and rotate up onto its knee. Walk your left leg over to the left. Drive it back and slide your right foot forward. Bring the foot at a right angle. What if a right angle is not accessible? Some angle is. Find the one that works for you. And then begin to slide that back leg back. The more you slide the back leg back, the more you're trying to move that front leg up. But here's the trick. You don't want to move that front leg up so much that you can't stay feeling the heaviness in the back leg and the pushing down of the front hip. So you find the medium and stretch your spine forward, sinking your hips back and down. I find this pose so delicious. And when I started it, I couldn't even tell you how difficult it was. Very hard to attempt back in the days. Come up, slide over and roll yourself in to a butterfly. Now, butterfly pose is one of those that requires patience. It's the sister of pigeon. And pigeon, you're taking it one leg at a time, but butterfly, we're doing it both legs. So you can always go like this. But let me tell you, that won't open it as much as if you should think about this inner thigh flowing out to the inner knee, and think about this outer knee gripping, literally, you're working. Grip the outer knee into the hips and pull it back. So that the more you can release out, pull back, you will get the opportunity to lift. So come here with me, lift the spine, lift the crown, and go out with your elbows. I want you to push the inner thighs apart and lift the feet up off the floor with the hands. Pulling forward with your spine, your lumbar, remember that? If you haven't seen the other videos, go there. I talk a lot about the upper body, the lumbar, and pulling the tummy into it. Go and check that video out for the upper body. We're doing the lower body here. And once we work the lower body, we also find that it affects the upper body. Stretch forward. We also will be having our teachers training coming up. Check out our dates. They're on the website, yogaangels.com. And come and take some personal development courses we also have. We have workshops like that as well. We have online classes. So please continue studying with us online or in person or hybrid. We have a lot of different options for you.
Notice my spine continues to lengthen forward. My back, upper back, thoracic back, melts. And I'm continuously trying to push my knees apart and down. Pull in your belly. Sit up. Butterfly. Baddha Konasana. Let us stretch our legs out. This is Dandasana. But we're bending our right knee and turn it into hero pose. We did this in the last video as well. Hero is a popular pose, but we're going to put a lift under our straight leg. You will need your beautiful strap. This pose is not an easy pose, so I highly suggest you get a strap, even to work your way in. With the lift under the left leg, the buttock bone, and the right knee bend, we bend the knee off the left leg, place the strap at the front of the heel, and straighten the leg. Hoo-ah! It is a pose that begins to show you how connected the upper body and the legs are. So feel your leg first. Push your heel forward. Push the front of your thigh back and roll it inward. And remember, you're always reposing. Give me as much reposing, renegotiation in the body. Can you walk your hands up the strap till you can grab your foot? Can you? See. But the idea is to keep the legs as straight as possible. Take a deep breath. Grab. Renegotiate again. Look up. Shoulders away from the ears. Legs press back, and you pull the leg up. How far can you go keeping the leg straight? And bend the knee. Take the leg and grab it. Put it in your inner elbow. What if I can't put it in my elbow, Subhadra? Hello, hand. Grab the foot. What if I'm out here and I can't feel like I can't bring it? Grab the foot. Wherever you are is fine. Just play with the foot doing a pull and a push. I really want you to think about this. What if I'm all the way down here? A pull and a push. Now the heel is the driver, so keep the heel extended and the toes open. Pull and push. Not enough balance? Hand on the floor. Pull, push. Come on, 5 times. Pull, push. For those of you already here, where the inner arch and the inner elbow meet, you do the same thing. Pull and push. Pull and push. Those of you who are here, pull and push. Get those knees and hips active, and eventually on the last pull, you stay pull and you sit. The knee on the left leg, if it's not going down towards the floor, you can always put a lift. If it feels tight, put a lift underneath it and breathe. Now we're just going to do half of the pose here and twist. In our previous video, we did a lot of twists, working the upper body. Add it here. And release. That pose can go on and on and on. We're not going to focus on that today. It's very deep, where we swing the hand and grab the foot. Next class. Undo the legs. Shift your lift. You're back in Dandasana. Remember this one? Virasana. Hero pose. You bend. You put the foot by the hip. And then you put the block underneath the buttock bone. Remember, it's only supporting the straight leg bone. Bend the knee.
Put the strap under the ball of the feet. Straighten the leg. Now begin to open the toes on that left foot on the floor, stretching it back, and do the same for the right leg, the up toes, the straight leg toes. Open them. Walk the hands up the strap. Where can you grab? It doesn't have to be where you grab the foot. This side is my tighter side. I can feel it a million miles away. Decide how you have to adjust your hands and your buttock bones to begin to keep the integrity in the straightness of your leg. Keep the leg up. Flex the heels and wrap the outer leg back towards the floor. It's not just internally rotating here. It is literally externally rotating so that you begin to feel the shin face forward in front of you. Keep breathing. It's a lovely pose. However, a challenge pose. And bend the knee. Remember, you're putting it into the crook of the elbow or into the palm of the hand. But the whole time the heel is long and you pull and you push. Backhand is there to help you. Pull and push. You'll feel the resistance in the leg just when you thought, shouldn't it be able to go some more? It begins to tell you the hip needs more opening. Pull and push. Try to give yourself about 10 of those. And those of you who are here, push and you're pulling. Pull and you're pushing. Pull and you're pushing. Oh, heat. Pull and push. About 3 more. Come on. Pull. We can do it. And I can give a little bit more adjustment here. Pull and push. Pull and push. Last one. Pull. And the pull, you lay the ankle on the top of the left thigh, turning the knees forward. You remember, I don't have a lift under my knee right now, but I know my knees, so I'm okay. But for you, put something and fill it up. Turn. Had to twist. Backhand push. Turn. And release. Flex the heel. Unravel the foot. And stretch the legs out. Straight in front of you. You can stay on your lift or remove it. Either way, you should feel yourself be able to lift up. Open the legs. The thing about hips, knees, and ankles, as much as you need the mobility in the joints, is as much as you need the length in the muscles and ligaments, the space. I'm using my hands to widen my legs. We did this in the last pose, laying on our back. Now I'm asking you to do it seated. So I want myself to be upright. Legs are going down. Heels are active. Outer leg externally rotating. Heels are extended. And you're dragging. You can grab onto a table, the legs of a table or chair, something that doesn't move, and let it help you to extend forward while you're pressing the legs down. Walk your hands over and begin to lift and twist. The leg on my right is working and anchoring into the floor as I turn to my left, dropping my torso down. Again, you could be up here. You could be there. As long as you work that right leg, the opposing leg from the twist. So the torso goes to the left
And the leg on the right anchors down. And externally rotate. Drop your head. Breathe in. Open your toes. And breathe out. Be at contentment wherever you are and renegotiate with the body to let go. We're going over to the other side. Suck your belly in. Press your left leg. Externally rotate it. And lift. And twist. Squeeze your hips. Turn. And extend. Are you breathing? Check in with your breath. Open your toes. Flex your heels. Press the Achilles down into the floor. Drop the head. Turn the navel. Breathe in and out your nose. Push down the entire left leg into the ground and turn away from it. Drop your head. Breathe. And pull in your belly. Come on up. Bring the legs together. And scoot your buttocks in. Again, I'm on my forearms to stretch my lumbar. So it's not arched. It is literally pulled. Stretch it and place it on the mat. Bring the head back. Remember this right angle? From the last class we did it. And we did this. Follow me here. Come on. Well, we're doing the same thing. Keep doing that when we do this. It's no different, right? Think we could do that? So the rolling back and forth, I'm moving my props, is a way to bring some action into the pose so that I'm here, right angle. The front of the leg continuously grip and ring around the bone. And I open, swipe across the ceiling. Swipe them in, legs are tight. Swipe across the ceiling, use my hands and push my feet down when my legs are pushing up. And from here, I'm going to ask you to roll yourself up and forward. See if you can play with that. I'm going to find my right angle. So we're here. The legs are stiff, and then I'm going to ask you, can you roll back? Notice I didn't do it in a hurry. Can I roll forward? And can I roll back? Notice my arms, notice my legs. When I'm rolling, I'm asking you to be in full control. Belly in. Get 6 of those in and keep rolling. I want to demonstrate another pose we're going to throw in the middle. We roll. And we roll, we grab. When we grab our foot and we roll up, I want you to think about where you're going to stop. So watch. And you're looking up. Now this is not as easy because you have to pause yourself in midair. You will hit some and you will not hit some. Then see if you can just drop forward. Yes? Draw back in. Roll up. Roll back. Roll up. The pause. The forward. The drawing in, the knees are still forward. It's like a butterfly. Up and out. And the back. And up. And forward. and in, and out, and back, up, forward, knees out, heels in, up, out, and back, and up. Last one, forward, knees out, heels in, legs up and out, back, and up. And this is truly the last one. And forward, and knees out and in, and up. Hold. See if you can hold. If you fall out, come back in. I'll be here waiting. And press the legs back. Lifting up. Heels up. Shoulders down. You're breathing. Bend the knees. Release. And we're going to lay back onto the floor again. Forearms. Lay down. Stretch your neck back. Your ponytail out of the way. Bend the knees. Happy baby. We really want to work the groins and here. Really pushing those knees. But then we must think about our sacrum. The sacrum is back here, that V slot. I want the sacrum to push towards the ground. Push the sacrum into the floor, push the knees towards the floor. And release. Legs go down. Take a breath and lift the right knee, or it could be your left, and wrap it behind the calf. Flex the heels. Open your arms like wings. Rotate the knees into your armpit. Make sure the knee is going to the opposite side of your navel. Your navel is turning away from the side where the knee is going. My shoulder is down. Renegotiate. Pick up the torso, stretch out his shoulder blades, widen it across the floor, and lengthen the spine back. Take 3 inhales, 3 exhales. Make the navel twist, more organ juicing. Squeeze the hips together, roll onto the heel of the right leg, and draw the knees into your chest. Unravel. Now right over left, or the opposite side, whichever you did first. Hook the foot behind the calves. Flex the heels. Stretch the fingers. Readjust back and shoulder blades. Keep the right shoulder blade down into the floor as the knee turns to the left, the navel turns to the right. The heels are flexing. Drop the heel to the floor first and allow the outer side of the foot to turn to the ground while the navel turns away from the knees. Readjust your shoulder blades, guys. Stretching the hip away from the lower back. Twist the lower back. Readjust the back on the floor. It gives you a deeper twist. Breathe in the nose, out the nose. Give me a smile. Rock up onto your outer hip, buttock flesh, buttock bones, sacrum area, and unravel. Shavasana. Right heel extend out, belly to the ground. Left heel extend out, belly to the ground. Shoulder blades under, arms to the side, palms to the ceiling. Back of the neck long, forehead higher than the chin. Touch your thumb and index finger, caress them together. Relax the back of your head. And drop the weight of your brain into the ground.
Breathe in and out your nose. Don't forget to keep smiling from within your heart. From your navel to your heart, smile into your face. Gaze into the screen of your forehead. Watch your own movie play out there, lights, camera, action. What color lights are you seeing in your forehead? When you're ready, extend your next breath. And gently coil yourself in a fetal position, essentially giving yourself this nice, sweet hug. I'm divine. I'm powerful. You've released a lot from your root chakra, the lower end of your body. The negative charge and the positive charge is up in the top of your head. And after you move that energy up into your heart, you'll be fully charged and rewire your brain and your nerve endings. Up we come. Use the elbow and the palm. Push down and sit up. So now if you've done the class on the charge of the upper body, and you've done this, you would have awakened energy throughout your whole body. I thank you for doing the class. Acknowledge your third eye. Acknowledge your speech of love. And your heart, place of love. Namaste. Thank you for being here. I hope you enjoyed your class.
Join our wellness community for online and in-person yoga classes, retreats, teachers trainings, self-development courses, and children and family yoga. Our website is yogaangels.com or IG handle at yogaangelsintl. We also have a podcast, Strip to the Naked Truth. You can find it on YouTube. And if you want to follow me, my handle is Subhadra Bowman. Have a blessed day. Namaste.